Hello folks, Bronco Bob here with Texas Best Used Motorcycles. I'm here today to show you a 1968. It's a Chevrolet El Camino. It's got a lot of new parts and we've got the receipts for a lot of those parts. And a lot of the stuff, there's so many little things, I'm just going to put them in the listing, but I'll highlight some of the stuff. The motor is a rebuilt 350 and it's 40 over, so it's about 357 cubic inches. It's been retrofitted with power four-wheel disc brakes. So you got slotted discs on the rear and the front. The tires are new, the wheels are new. It has a updated belt system, like a serpentine system. And this car originally had factory air. It does not have air on it now. It does have power steering. And they went with a nice aluminum radiator with an electric fan and shroud. It's got a steel cowl induction hood that was added to it. In fact, we're going to start it up and let you hear it. It's got a host of Edelbrock performance upgrades like aluminum heads, Edelbrock intake, Edelbrock carburetor. We'll start her up. Got a nice tack mounted on the steering column. Some old school gauges. It's running about 188 degrees. Little Sony stereo that I can't get to turn on. And there's a whole bag full of receipts right there. You can see the original air conditioner controls. The vent is on the passenger side, but it's missing on the driver's side. So you could get a vintage air kit and kind of put the AC back on it. The paint job is fairly new. The paint I would call driver quality. But I'm gonna let you hear the motor for a minute. Got a nice idle. It's got some Hellwig sway bars, new shocks, new body bushings. So it drives and steers really good. The bed is a kind of a roll-on bed liner. It's got the chrome strips, and you can see some of the strips have some dents and dings from over the years. And it's got snaps on it like it must have had a tonneau cover at one time. The interior, it's got a brand new set of Pro Car seats, which are actually very comfortable. The dash is covered in vinyl. It looks really good. I'm going to go and shut it off. It does have the console. It's a turbo 400 automatic with 373 gears in the rear. And when you stand back and look at this car, you just say, wow, that's a pretty El Camino. But if you really look close in the paint, especially out here in the sun, you really can't see it, but when you get in the warehouse under the fluorescent lights, you can see little bits of trash in the paint. You can see where they sanded it, they didn't prep it really good in some of the areas where this body sealer is. Normally you scrape all that out and you redo it and make it smooth. There's a little bit of trash in the paint you can see right there. But you just kind of got to walk around the car to see what I'm talking about. There's some overspray on the rubber. And there's supposed to be a little chrome strip right here. You can buy that online, but it's missing. It's got the 327 emblems on it, but the motor is not the original motor. As I mentioned, it's a 350 bored 40 over. They did put the amber running lights. I guess they're headlights, but anyway, they're cool looking. I guess on the hood I need to I'm going to get both hands to unlatch it. Bear with me a second. Takes two hands to undo the hood. But the engine, you can see the power disc brake booster, the serpentine belt set up. Just wanted to give you another look at that. On the driver's side, the carpet's been replaced. Actually been replaced on the whole car, and there's a receipt for $400. And I'm not going to say they did a beautiful job, but it has all been replaced. Got a little bit of storage in the back. Those are the headlight replacements if you want to take those amber ones out. It's missing the piece of trim behind the seat. The headliner is in very good shape. The door panels are good. The hand rests look like they've been dyed, and some of the dye is coming off. Still got the original Fisher sill plate. But the paint job, like I say, is new. We just had it waxed. It looks good, but if you look close, it's kind of a 20-footer, or what I call driver quality paint job. It's good from far, but it's far from good. I wouldn't call it show quality paint. I'm going to show you underneath the car. You can see the large diameter sway bar, the new dual Flowmaster exhaust, and there's the frame rails. The floorboard under the seat, you can see right here there's some rust, and they put I think that's a fiberglass liner underneath it. We'll go look at the other side. Get you a little walk around over here. Yeah, some of these El Caminos, the beds would retain water and they'd leak underneath the panel, and they end up in the kind of in the back floorboard. So this side looks very good. That's all factory. And if those of you that are familiar with El Caminos, you've seen that before. It's just kind of a rust-prone place just because water settles in there. But if you got any questions, give us a call. I'm Bronco Bob with Texas Best Used Motorcycles. And if you're looking for a sharp El Camino with some high-performance upgrades, good driver quality, good disc brakes, power steering, this is probably really a good one. But if you want a show car paint and everything perfect, you know, you might spend another 10 or 15,000, but this is not that car. Have a great day. I'm Bronco Bob wishing you happy trails.